Welcome to walkthrough 20 of Belthan's Quo Vagis. This is Jeff, and I'm speedrunning the models of the Capital Wasteland to show you the reward for publishing 24 issues of the magazine.
Are you sure you don't want to make friends with the other ladies? You know, crochet or gossip or whatever it is ladies like to do together?
Don't be silly. I know enough about them to make being friendly awkward at best. Besides, I much prefer spending all my time with you. Introductions are in order. I am Mrs. Edgar Wellington. You may refer to me as Madam or My Lady Wellington.
It's very nice to meet you, my Lady Wellington.
You're better mannered than your apparent breeding would indicate. It is nice to make your acquaintance.
Forgive me for being blunt, but Edgar seems to have an eye for other women.
You clearly don't know what you're talking about.
Did I touch a nerve? Posing nude for my magazine would rekindle his passion.
You're being serious? What an absurd notion.
Absurd? You still have the body of a 20-year-old. Remind him of that.
I guess you're right. I'll go right now.
Seems like Edgar would have more time for Millie since I enslaved Susan Lancaster, but if it works, don't knock it.
That's it. Make love to the camera.
Actually, that's not good. Without Susan, there aren't enough models for a Tenpenny Tower theme issue. Millie, I don't think he meant make love to the camera literally. I thought when you enslave someone, they disappear from the game after they reach Paradise Falls, but the Fallout Wiki says the VIP targets from Strictly Business actually stay in the slave house. And when you hit somebody with a mesmetron, Quo Vagis lets you tell them to take off their clothes and pose. You can do it while they're stunned and then let them go, or you can put the collar on them and do it before you tell them to go to Paradise Falls. So maybe I can still shoot Susan. Pre-war book for Scribe Yearling? Yeah, Arkansas tried to kill me when I was working on the Wasteland Survival Guide, and she's a racist, so I don't feel bad about either one of them. Flack... Well, I was young and I needed the money. Anyway.
Please, you got to let me go.
Susan and Flack are both former slavers who betrayed Eulogy, and Arkansas is apparently just a serial killer who wasted a couple of Eulogy's men by chance, which is why they were all VIP targets. Grouse also wanted me to call her Red, but the reason he gave me was pretty vague, and as far as I can tell, she never hurt anybody, so call me a hypocrite, but that's where I drew the line. Anyway, take off your clothes. We can talk after I snap a few photos.
You're evil.
Arkansas, block the shot again, and I will detonate that collar.
I'm begging you, let me go.
You're a slave. Deal with it.
What'd I ever do to you?
It's not what you did to me. I am a hypocrite. I helped Hannibal take over the Lincoln Memorial, and if Eulogy ever found out about that, he'd send somebody after me. I can always use more fingers, but, yeah, I'm out.
What can I do for you? Paradise Falls is always open for business.
Your bodyguards are hot. Could I rent them for a photo shoot?
I'm sure we can come to a reasonable agreement.
How about letting them work for royalties, in case they don't work out?
You don't pull one over on me. You do a straight-up deal.
Your loss. I can do caps up front if that's what you prefer.
That's better.
The usual fee is $50. How does 100 for their time plus 50 for yours sound?
Not bad, man. Not bad at all.
Deal. Traveling with those two might be awkward. I think I'll just shoot here.
A wise decision. It's a pleasure to do business with you.
What do you think you're doing?
Clover, I will smack the shit out of you. Can't you just shut up and leave me alone?
It's not my fault that I'm the favorite. You don't need to be so bitter. Oh, time for fun already? Goody.
You ain't gonna say a word about this, right?
My partner and I are publishing the first new magazine in 200 years.
That's cute. Go play.
You'd be scarier naked than some Brotherhood asshole in full power armor.
You got that right.
Come on, what the hell? It's not like you're busy with a roundup.
Seriously, it's been dry as hell. Are we running out of wastelanders or something?
Eulogy won't bitch about a little non-competitive side action. Pose for me.
Well, 50 caps. I got bills to pay.
Deal. My studio's in Canterbury Commons. Try not to shoot any locals.
Let's do this.
Are you sure you've never done this before?
I'm pretty sure, Larry. Yep, you call her Eulogy's high-profile targets, kick the Enclave's ass, think you might finally get some respect, and then you rubberneck and fall down the stairs. Geek.
Stay away from me. What do you want? Are you one of them?
I'm not going to hurt you. What are you so scared of?
I suppose it doesn't matter if I tell you. I used to be a slave. I saw a slaver on this ship. His name is Sister. I'm afraid he's after me.
Oh. For a second there, I thought you were talking about me. I did enslave one of your neighbors. But I'm retired from that business. I'm not interested in turning in runaways.
Really? Oh, thank you. Can you help me? I've been so worried with him around. I can hardly sleep at night.
I run a magazine. I have a little bit of pull. I'll take care of Sister.
I am at your mercy.
If you've already dealt with Sister, you can just play on her gratitude. And I could just kill him now, but if you have access to Paradise Falls, there's another option. He will recapture Mei Wong if you rat her out, but he really came here to find Zimmer's missing android, so it's not that hard to convince him to leave her alone. You act like you don't know who I am. Here's a hint. Eulogy says hi.
Oh, great.
In fact, it's been so long since he heard from you, he thinks you might be dead.
What are you implying?
I'm not implying shit. Slack all you want, but get in my way and you are dead.
Whoa, calm down there. Attitude like that'll just get someone hurt. Plus it puts the locals on edge.
Mei Wong's on the list. She's mine. Anybody asks if you saw her, you say...
Nope. Wild goose chase, if you ask me.
Exactly. Well, nice chat. You can get back to chasing leads down here in the bar.
Good hunting out there.
Well, are you going to help me or turn me over to the slaver?
Both? Neither? Depends on how you look at it. I bought you. You're mine now.
This isn't happening. This isn't real.
Listen up. I don't need a slave. I just want one thing and then you're free.
Wow, you're really an asshole. You know that?
Not that. I want you to pose for my magazine. You'll even get a modeling fee.
Well, I guess you weren't such a jerk after all.
Unfortunately for the slaves theme issue, I failed the speech check with Medea back in episode 9, but I think Crimson and Clover might actually be better on the cover. And escaped slaves count, so the lovely Simone goes in front. And Mei Wong, who was surprisingly uninhibited, maybe because she doesn't have to worry about Sister anymore, goes in back. Let's see what Larry thinks.
I will not publish this. Forcing slaves to pose for the magazine runs contrary to my principles.
I wasn't aware you had any principles, Larry.
Despite public opinion, I do have one or two of the nasty things.
Film's already in the can. Hottest ever. Why waste it?
The end does not justify the means.
Eulogy insisted on caps up front, no percentage. If it sells, he loses big time.
Very well. Perhaps this feature will even draw attention to the plight of his victims.
What do you think of the cover girl? Cover girls.
I believe I've already made my feelings on the matter clear. I would prefer to discuss it no further. Can I help you?
I have something to help the research.
We'll take all the help we can get. What do you have?
I found some things you needed for the lab.
Excellent. Let's have a look.
Take as many as you need.
That should tide us over for a while, but there is something else we need.
What is it this time?
There's an interesting compound I was going to synthesize, but nature beat me to it. Long story short, rad scorpion venom glands.
I need a drink.
Did you hear Larry's reviving his old magazine? You should pose for him. You've got the body for it.
That's funny.
You think it's funny now, but I think I can scrape together one more Bookworms theme issue if you pose.
This better not be a waste of my time.
Responsibility is stressful. Posing nude for my magazine would relax you.
You're kidding me, right? You must be retarded.
There's no stigma. Other respectable women have posed for me.
Ah, yes. I was wondering when you'd try me. Sounds good.
Great. Can you take a break and come up to the studio?
Of course I can.
While I'm in the lounge, here's a trick to change the dancer's stage wardrobe.
Whoa!
They don't have any dialogue, but if you turn on the jukebox, they strip on the main stage, find the shelf with the outfit they were wearing, and replace it with something else. I have some stuff from my locker in Vault-L, but it can be from another mod or whatever. You can also steal their tips if you're the pointy-haired boss type, and when they leave the stage, they'll equip whatever you put in there.
I'm in the mood to drink, not to talk.
There's Kismet in the gym clothes I just gave her. Hope in the plaid skirt outfit.
I'm here, at your back.
Well, he seems less confused here than he did at the photo shoot. Victoria in workout clothes.
We should grab a drink sometime.
Watch your step, Square.
Man, what an asshole.
I hear that.
Destiny in the cheerleader uniform. Faith in the coach's outfit that I tried on briefly back in episode 11. Definitely looks better on her. It's my job to make sure the customers are happy. Enjoying yourself?
You're joking, right? It's the greatest place there is.
All right, I need to get going.
Bye.
Speaking of wardrobe changes, I never did give anybody the master, the unique outfit you get when you first unlock the timeout room.
How's it going?
Just killing time until the next issue, Prince. Mirage is totally rocking Malibu's outfit on the pole. A little bit off topic, but a lot of the speech challenges are variable. Might not have been obvious from the videos because my stats are maxed, but like the no stigma line with Lily, if only a couple prominent women like Moira or Dr. Lee pose, it's a very hard skill check, but the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Take it off.
I've been a bad girl.
Trunk full.
Here's Malibu. Still not as old school pimp as what Chaz wears when she's watching the bar.
Take it off.
Definitely looks more like a brothel manager, though.
Look what we have here.
You've got some serious stones walking through here by yourself.
Good to see you.
Dude, careful with the bat.
Morning.
I think that's the first time we've seen anybody using the bathtub. You can use the balcony wardrobe to change their outfits just like the one on stage, but obviously you have to wait a lot longer for the right dancer to get a bath. There actually aren't enough bookworms left for a theme issue, but I was doing a 10-penny Tower Hometown issue when I got distracted with the slave thing. Lydia runs Boutique Le Chic. Everybody knows her, so we'll put her on the cover. Susan's pretty raunchy if you recruit her at Tenpenny Tower, but she was understandably less enthusiastic in the slave house, so we'll put her in front. Fortunately, Millie acted totally filthy to get Edgar's attention, so she can go in back. Let's see what Larry thinks.
I will not publish this. Forcing slaves to pose for the magazine runs contrary to my principles.
Oh, 'cause Susan's in it. We talked him into the Crimson and Clover issue by saying we were pulling one over on Eulogy, but he's not going to go for this. And yet, you still need my help.
Mo Lester was a sleazy, sociopathic cliché, but he was one of the 2 most talented directors I ever worked with. If I believed in reincarnation, I'd say you share his soul.
If you've played Coito Ergo Sum, you know that's not really a compliment. Fine, I'll print it myself.
Do as you will, but my wit will be absent from the editor's page, as will my name.
To print an issue yourself, just transmit the art file from his terminal. He'll print escaped slaves because he can redact any details that might get them recaptured, and he'll print current slaves because publicity generates support for the abolitionists. You can even talk him into printing models you stunned with the mesmetron if you let them go, but he draws the line if you actually put the collar on them. Since I'm not willing to make a clean break with my guilty past, I try to compensate with epic good deeds. Unfortunately, I've been burning 308 ammo faster than scavenging and merchant inventories can replace it. Which brings me to the ammo press in the pit. That's more than I started this walkthrough with. Now, Elder Lyons said something about Enclave survivors.
Just listen to this.
Shh, this might be about us.
Hey, nice work, 101. You see, the kid's working on some kind of beneficial business arrangement. So if your travels take you to Canterbury Commons, you may want to pop in and see what's what.
Ooh, even better. Since we gave him Help Wanted posters, he occasionally plugs the bar. All right, Scribe Valancourt's recruitment dialogue unlocks when you complete Death from Above, so let's go talk to her. And with that, I think we've shot all the DLC models. Well, except Medea.
You seem tense. Relax.
So Nora had props, so she's the cover. The lovely Scribe Valancourt goes in front. And Brick was extremely intimidating, but extremely sexy at the same time, so she goes in back. Right. When you stun a model with a mesmetron, her luma screen still looks like it would have if you shot her normally. I guess this is about Susan Lancaster, even though I mezzed her years ago. Not to put salt on a wound, but the pictures in the magazine aren't what I shot.
The compositrons must be stuck in retouch mode. It was a helpful feature for some amateur models.
You mean they airbrushed away bruises and needle tracks?
Primarily blemishes and stretch marks, but yes, not to mention any incriminating paraphernalia in the background. When necessary, they could even extract the model's image and place it in a fabricated setting, as they seem to have done here.
Nice. Some of them probably needed real help, you know.
A taste of success led a few to reconsider poor relationship and substance choices. For others, it made the situation worse. In most cases, there was little difference. I was a publisher, not a therapist.
You cheated. The pictures weren't real.
Pornography is second only to stage magic in the mastery of illusion. It should be a source of pride, not shame.
No need to worry about cops or censors now. Just turn it off.
While the equipment was designed to be reliable and require little maintenance, it is over 200 years old. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
All right, anyway, I've set the layout.
There's just something about a woman in uniform, isn't there?
What do you think of the cover girl?
I don't know how you convinced the leader of the regulators to grace the pages of our somewhat shady little publication, but she's perfect.
Hey there, sweetie.
I heard Duke was giving you shit and you told him off.
Every once in a while, we have to show him what's what.
I hate to keep interrupting Lauren and Lily's lunch date, but we're in the home stretch for 24 issues.
Hi. Yes?
Interested in earning some caps? You don't even have to screw anybody.
Whatever.
We're set up for a photo shoot upstairs. Easy money. Want to pose?
That could be arranged, I guess.
Lauren qualifies for the Ladies of the Evening theme, obviously.
Hello.
Hello. And there are half a dozen still available, but the only elite cover girl in the whole category is Brianna, and she was already the cover of issue 10.
It would be okay to enjoy yourself a little.
I already used Nova
Good to see you.
in the Megaton Hometown issue, Susan Lancaster in the Tenpenny Tower Hometown issue, obviously, and the others are all in the lowest tier for cover potential.
Perhaps a little more enthusiasm.
Fortunately, Lauren also qualifies for the exotic bonus, I guess because of the DeLeon syndrome. So that's what we're going to do. Branch Tender Maple gets the cover because she had props. Lauren goes in front. And Holly defies all sorts of social conventions, so she goes in back.
I can't call it a theme issue per se, but this is quite an exotic assemblage. Sales should be strong.
What do you think of the cover girl?
An honest-to-goodness druid. This issue will not only sell, it will restore faith that beauty yet endures amidst the destruction.
Well, that's unfortunate. Supposedly, Angela can pose after she turns 18, and I've had this character so long, I thought surely she must be, but apparently not. So much for another Rivet City Hometown issue. Time for me to go.
Later.
She's 16 when you escape from Vault 101, and it's been over a year in-game, so I'd have to wait at least 3 months. I wouldn't have to use the wait key 100 times, because traveling to Point Lookout takes 30 days each way, but I'm just going with Plan B. Nadine runs the ferry boat to Point Lookout, so she should be an elite cover girl. I wouldn't have a problem putting my sister in the magazine anyway, but Dad swore she isn't, so I don't feel weird about finding her attractive either. Win-win. Cutter goes in front. And Grandma Sparkle, who was an unexpectedly dynamic model, goes in back.
Businesswomen and entrepreneurs can seem so cold and professional. Readers just love seeing their wild side.
What do you think of the cover girl?
A long journey on a slow boat with that fusty young captain would be the experience of a lifetime. She's perfect.
And dialogue we haven't heard before. Not a good sign. What do you think of the foreplay model?
Have tastes changed so dramatically? Beauty is subjective, but in my day her appeal would have been less than universal.
I don't think Grandma Sparkle's bonus would be any better, so take it to press.
I'll get started immediately.
Issue 24 should be printing soon, and this has a nice sense of symmetry to it. Who's working but Mirage, Hope, and Victoria, the first 3 dancers we hired. And that guy was our very first customer.
Take it off.
Sometimes I just sit here and listen to the NPCs, and if the jukebox is on, they strip, so the take it off guy shuts up. It's really a shame we can't have music, because it really makes it feel like an actual lip... There we go. You have now doubled your once doubtful goal of publishing 12 new issues of Lolipopz Magazine. Not only is the Capital Wasteland's appetite for quality porn seemingly endless, but your tireless devotion to the publishing business has increased your insight into the print genre. You now gain 1 additional skill point when reading any skill books. Unfortunately, that is of absolutely no use to this character, but if you play Quo Vagis when you're low level, it'd be awesome. Anyway, This is the longest I've spent recording an episode by far, and I'm almost certainly going to have to edit out some of the photo shoots. So let's at least go take a look at the new covers. Issues 13 and up are on the Panic Room Luma screens. There are enough for 36 issues, but I think there are only enough models in the vanilla game and DLC for 30 or 31 issues. That leaves plenty of room for models from other mods. I know the Jessie companion mod lets you shoot her. There may be others. My vintage Lolipopz Magazine collection is complete. Even picked up a few dupes. Got most of my keepsakes moved out of the Megaton house, but there's still stuff there. Coito Ergo Sum doesn't have taglines for each model like Bittercup, Gothic Masterpiece. I really missed that. I guess it's because you don't have Larry bringing that whole pre-war adult magazine vibe to the table. Anyway, I think I've showed you just about everything I can show you in one playthrough. I'll probably do a bonus video to show you the alternate endings and different ways things can turn out depending on key choices you make, but this is officially the end of this run. I want to thank everyone for watching and for the comments, likes, and subs. I had a great time, and I will be doing more videos in the future, but I'm going to take a little sabbatical to play Fallout 4. Which, by the way, Belthan's planning to use as the platform for the third part of the Lolipopz trilogy, so hopefully I'll be doing a walkthrough of that sometime next year. Anyway, on behalf of Belthan and the senior staff here at Lolipopz DC, we sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope to serve your adult entertainment needs again on many future visits. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.